Hey everybody, it's the Zach Tack.
And Sky9. How you doing, Hondas?
And today is a monumental day in human history. Sky9, why don't you tell them why?
It's Larryboy's 25th anniversary!
That's right, and to celebrate this occasion, we're going to review his game on the Game Boy Advance.
But first, some history!
Larryboy first appeared on episode 5 of VeggieTales, which was Dave and the Giant Pickle, on April 2nd, 1996, when it released on VHS. Just so happens that I own the original issue of this tape. You know how much I love these things.
In the episode, Larry feels he needs to be special, so he becomes Larryboy!
The creators liked this idea so much that they made a whole show for him. Figures it's on the back of the box.
A year later on, April 22nd, 1997, Larryboy got his first show in The Fib from Outer Space. On July 27th, 1999, he got a second show called Larryboy in the Rumor Weed.
Later on, an animated Larryboy cartoon known as The Cartoon Adventures, which aired on Cubo from March 12th, 2002 to June 10th, 2003. It consisted of 4 episodes before being canceled because people thought it was cheap.
That brings us to the best Larryboy movie.
Larryboy and the Bad Apple. It came out on July 29th, 2006. Let me tell you, when you head on the bonus features and you look...
Hold up, is that a video game?
Man, this game looks so rad. In case you couldn't tell, we're Larryboy fanatics.
Yeah. Wait! It's available for the Game Boy?
Here we go! Oh, so that's it then.
Wait! There's no cutscenes in this game.
Well, if we use our imagination...
Master Larry! Wake up!
Ah! Oh. I'm not asleep. I was just resting my eyes. A hero is always alert.
I have received some disturbing news. Junior Asparagus was spotted playing basketball in a construction site.
Basketball? The season ended last month. I would have thought baseball or soccer.
Perhaps you should be more concerned about where Junior is playing rather than what he is playing. He's at the top of Bumbleberg Tower. You'll have to find a way to get to him.
No problem. I'm a great climber.
I see. So Larryboy has to scale this construction site to save Junior.
Well, it's not quite that simple. Let's talk enemies.
The first enemy you'll encounter is the Oscar Onion.
So what, does he kill you?
No.
Is it a hit point? Well then what?
Slows you down.
The difficulty comes with the time limit, because that's the only way you could die in this game.
The second enemy is the pesky Pete. He guards the elevator switches but is easily distracted by music. Typically, you'll find a boombox near him.
The red pepper guard reverses your controls. Up is down, right is left, but button control stays the same.
Also, there are evil rain gutters. So scary. That paralyze Larryboy.
Overall, I think the enemies are great because they emphasize the time limit and how that's the main problem. Let's move on to the plot.
So we get to the top of Bumbleberg Tower when we see Junior isn't alone.
Bum, bum, bum! The Bad Apple is the main villain and tempts her victims.
She then chucks basketballs at us to slow us down.
Wow, this is such a cool and original idea.
I wonder how the developers thought of this.
Once defeating the bad apple, Larryboy packs up and heads home.
Upon returning, he finds a note.
Dear Master Larry, I have the most wonderful news. Top Banana is appearing at the Bumbleberg Funhouse. I'll be gone for a while. Please don't wait up. I've left a chocolate cream pie in the refrigerator. Cheerio, Alfred.
Now we go to the fun house, or as I would say,
Department of Merriment at your service.
Wow, we get to destroy all those TVs? How did they come up with this?
off to the next level, right?
Of course not. We have to help this mushroom.
Find his car keys by
Playing the piano.
So this is just a weird breaking gameplay where you must play the notes on the piano that the game tells you to. And if you get them wrong, well...
Fatality.
Now Petunia is stuck in her temptation. Handy Pod Advance.
You mean the Game Boy Advance, right?
You go and save the king from the hot air balloons. I mean, we save Petunia from these invaders from space?
Copyright!
Is the game over?
No! Bob is a tub. He's trapped in the Four Seasonings Hotel.
Ha, seasonings.
You make your way to the security and push the buttons to open the doors to help Bob escape from his room before the bad apple catches him.
See, Larryboy was on cams, and the bad apple looked pretty sus.
I am going to die!
Stop yelling at me! No yelling! Yell! Yell! Yellow!
Piano time!
I am going to die!
So yeah, there's another one, but it's a different song this time. Now it's Larryboy's time to be tested. You head to the Bad Apple's hideout, the Candy Cave, and find her.
It's time for a fight to the death in Pong Extreme Edition!
So edgy! Then the game plays a small outro and credits. 8 out of 10. I liked how when Alfred was kidnapped, it added urgency to the plot. But the piano segments were confusing because it made the bad apple less of a menace. Because we help someone find their keys instead of fighting the bad apple.
Now for controls. So Larryboy has a pretty standard moveset.
By pressing A, he jumps one block high.
And by pressing B, he can activate things like levers.
On the cross pad, left and right move Larryboy in the corresponding directions. Pressing down causes him to curl up in a ball, and by pressing left or right afterwards will let him roll along. R stands for run, and when used in conjunction with the jump button, it allows you to do high jumps, which are 3 blocks high.
L is used to push or pull objects, with up allowing you to climb ladders.
Select opens the Larry scope, allowing you to view the whole level. Finally, start pauses the game.
Larryboy isn't your typical 2D platformer. It focuses on more puzzle elements, which makes the timer more annoying. The levels are solidly made, but some are easy to break the puzzle. Like the first levels because of the run jump. Because you weren't supposed to have learned the run jump yet.
Throughout the levels there are reoccurring gimmicks, the first of which is the push block. Press the L button to push or pull the block into the desired position. There are some gimmicks that I feel are underutilized though. With these red target blocks, you can use Larryboy's trademark super suction ears to cross gaps. It's a novel idea, but you can easily cross these gaps with a run jump. Another example would be the fan. If you press B, you can fly for a short time. The problem is the fan appears in levels that are few and far between. Even when it appears, uses vary from heading straight up or crossing an object such as the conveyor belts.
You will encounter a lot of familiar level elements, such as lever-activated elevators, tubes, falling blocks, color-coded buttons activating that color of block, keys that will, when collected, make the corresponding locks disappear, and you will also find power-ups.
There aren't many in the game, but there's the shield that makes Larryboy temporarily invincible. The blue stopwatch will slow the timer down for a short time. Vice versa is the red stopwatch, which speeds the countdown up. Finally, there's the boombox, which distracts all enemies and plays a jammin' song.
The music is really good, and it's all from the original VeggieTales show.
So how many songs are in the game? 5? 6?
7. Songs like The Rumor Weed, Promised Land, and Where's My Hairbrush are in here as well. The best part is the soundtrack. It still sounds great despite the compression. A couple of problems are when you collect the boombox, it stops the main music. Also, the 7 songs are reused in all the levels of the game, with little reason. It definitely gets old after a while, especially during boss fights. Hey Zach, why are we playing that game again?
The Larryboy's 25th anniversary video.
Yeah, but we already finished that game. Like, the only thing I can really think of for us to do is to grind lives.
Or make a video.
Who in the right mind would make a video on this game?
Us.
Right. I guess you could also speedrun it.
Now, funny how you mentioned speedrunning, because that's kind of what you could do in this game. There are 3 difficulty modes: easy, normal, and expert. And each one affects the timer.
What do you mean it affects the timer?
Well, see, if you get on beginner mode, it lets you have 3 minutes of time to be a level. That's your time limit. If it's normal, 2. And on expert, you only have 1 minute to finish the level.
What else can the difficulties do? Is that it?
I think they affect some boss fights, and it could potentially cause some enemies' effects to last longer, but I can't necessarily say. But it definitely adds replayability, as if you beat it on easy mode, you can go on to normal and experts.
Yeah.
So thank you for watching our review on Larryboy.
And the bad apple for the GBA, not the PS2 one. You're gonna have to wait for that one.
26th anniversary, boys. I just want you to know that if you want to buy this game, it's actually available on the official VeggieTales site. Link in the description. And I will
box and manual.
might also include the game.
Oh yeah! That may be important.
And make sure to write a review based off of our review, because I'm writing a review on it about this review. And also, while you're in the description to buy a game that no one cares about, go ahead and check us out on Brighteon, because we need to get to 1,000 views in order to get to the next tier up. I was the Zach Tack.
And Sky9.
And we'll see you next time.
See ya, Honda.
Have you heard the one about Alfred? A dangerous robot, I'm told. He's got lasers for eyes and a microchip brain, and his skin is terribly cold.
We've heard the one about Alfred. It's great.
Amazing. I'm true.
But now that we've heard about Alfred, we'd like to hear more about you. I'm a rumor weed. I'm a rumor weed. tiny little story is all I need to make a big mess. He's a rumor weed.
So, what is a rumor?
It starts as a story. Maybe it's true, maybe not. But once you repeat it, it's hard to defeat it. Now look at the mess that you've got. Alfred's a robot, everyone knows. Story is all over town. Us rumor weeds know how a rumor can grow, just like a big weed in the ground. I'm a rumor weed. I'm a rumor weed. A tiny little story is all I need to make a big mess. He's a rumor weed. Start a rumor, no, don't start a rumor. Words can hurt, they spread like a tumor, so play it safe and don't start a rumor. I'm a rumor weed. Yes, I'm a rumor weed. A tiny little story is all I need to make a big mess. A tiny little story is all I need. You better watch out for the rumor weed.